Hi students, welcome to online class. In this video, we are going to discuss about chapter 14, classes and objects. Now we are going to see the next new topic, introduction to constructors. See, before discussing about constructor, we should be very clear in the concept what is meant by class and what is meant by object. So we know very well that class is a user defined data type. Class is a user defined data type. Class consists of two things. One is data member and member function. The class consists of two things. One is called data member and member function. So see here, the definition of a class only creates a new user defined data type. So whenever we are defining the class, we are just creating a new data type, that's all. Whenever we are creating the class, whenever we are defining the class, just we are creating a new data type. Why they are saying like this? Because the definition of a class does not do anything. The definition of a class does not do anything. Simply we are defining the class. Simply we are creating the data type. Can you understand, students? Yes, some of you will ask a question. Sir, whenever we create the class, then only we are doing all the process, we are doing all the operations. Yes, it is correct only. But they are trying to say one thing. You want to understand. Whenever we define the class, we are creating the data type. We are not at all doing anything. Why? How the class members are accessing? How the class members are accessed? How the class members, that is how the data members and member functions are accessed. The data members and member functions are accessed through the object. The data members and member functions are accessed through the object. So what they are trying to say is, definition of the class does not do anything. The definition of a class does not do anything, because whenever we create the object, then only the class is working. The class is in working condition, we can say like that. The class is effective one. Can you understand, students? So the object creation is very, very important. Without creating the object, the class is nothing. Without creating the object, the class is nothing. Can you understand, students? So we want to create the instance of the class. We want to create the instance for the class. We want to create the object for the class. So whenever we create the object, what we used to do, see here, the instance of the class type should be instantiated. The instance of the class data type should be instantiated. What is mean by instantiated? Instantiated means created and initialized. Created and initialized. So whenever we define the class, after defining the class, we want to create the object, we want to initialize the object. Can you understand, students? Again I repeat, after creating the class, we want to do two steps. What are the two steps we want to do after defining the class? We want to create the object, then we want to initialize the object. So the creation and initialization should be done for the object. So now they are saying instantiating object is done by constructor. So the initialization of an object is done by the constructor. Now we will ask a question. Sir, constructor is a special member function. Is it right or not? We discussed in the previous videos. Constructor is a special member function that is used to initialize the object. Can you understand, students? The constructor is a special member function which is used to initialize the object, that is class object. Whatever the object we create for the class, that class object is initialized by the constructor. So it is called the special member function. So it is called the special member function. Can you understand, students? So again I recall some important points. Whenever we define the class, we are creating a data type, that's all. No use in creating the class. After defining the class, there is no use at all. Why? Whenever we create the object, then only the class is an effective one. Can you understand, students? Whenever we create the object, then only the class is an effective one. The class members are accessed. The class members are accessed. Up to that, just the definition of the class is a user defined data type. The definition of the class is a user defined data type. So after defining the class, we are creating the object. After creating the object can be instantiated, that is initialized. After creating the object can be initialized by a special member function called constructor. Can you understand, students? Right. Now you can see why we need a constructor. The need for constructor. See, when you come for initialization, you know very well about the word initialization. After the declaration, we used to give some values for the variable. After declaration, we used to give some values for the variables. Those values are called initialization. So at the time of declaration itself, we used to assign the value. So that is called initialization. See, when you come to the concept array or structure, when you come to the concept called array or structure in C++, after the declaration, we can do the initialization. Can you understand, students? Or at the time of declaration itself, we can initialize the array and structure. So see here they are given an array or a structure in C++ can be initialized during the time of their declaration. So at the time of declaring the array and structure, we can initialize the array and structure. We can initialize with values. But is it possible for constructor means? No, it is not possible. The array and structure can be initialized at the time of declaration, but the object cannot be initialized at the time of declaration. Can you understand, students? Now let us see the example. So let us see the example. See here, struct sum. So here they have created the structure. So what is the structure name? Sum is the structure name. And then they have declared two variables, int n1 comma n2. Int n1 comma n2. So these two are the members of the structure. Sum is the structure name, and then n1 and n2 are the members of the structure. Like that they have created the class add int num1 comma num2. So here they have created the class add, and then it consists of two data members. One is called num1 and another one is called num2. Comes under private access specifier. Then come to the main function. In the main function, they have initialized the array int arr. Int arr equal to 1, 2, 3. So declaration and initialization of the array is given. Declaration and initialization of the array is given. So the array variable is arr, and then what are the values for the array variable? 1, 2, 3 are the values for the array variable. Like that they have declared and initialized the structure object. So here we are creating the object for the structure. Here we are creating the object for the structure sum S1 equal to 1 comma 1. So here which is called the object? S1 is called the object and sum is called the structure. Can you understand, students? S1 is called the object, sum is called the structure. And then we have initialized with the two values. What are the two values? 1 comma 1. Those 1 and 1 comma 1 value will be assigned for n1 and n2. So S1 is an object and then that is assigned as 1 comma 1. One is assigned to n1, another one is assigned to n2. Because this sum structure contains two members. The sum structure contains two members n1 comma n2. So the values n1 comma n2 is assigned as one comma 1. Then see the next one. Add a1 equal to 0 comma 0. Now what is given here? Add is a class name and a1 is the object. You want to consider a1 as an object. So what is the value they have assigned? 0 comma 0. So class object declaration and initialization is done, but this will throw compilation error. Why? Because the class object cannot be initialized. Like an ordinary initialization statement. The class objects cannot be initialized like this. The class object can be initialized only through the constructor. Can you understand, students? See, array variables can be initialized like an ordinary variable initialization. So this is array variable initialization. 1, 2, 3 are the values. The values are assigned to the variable ARR. So this is like an ordinary variable assignment. Then see the next one. So they are assigning the object structure. They are creating the object for S1. They are creating the object S1 for the structure sum. And then they are assigning the values 1 comma 1. So one is stored in n1 and another one is stored in n2. So this is also possible. Structure object initialization is also possible, but class object initialization is not possible. Why? Class object can be created. The class object can be declared. As well as it can be created. The class objects can be created or declared, but it cannot be initialized. The class objects cannot be initialized. It will throw compilation error. The class objects are initialized by the special member function called constructor. The class objects can be initialized by a special member function called constructor. Can you understand, students? See here, the initialization of class type object at the time of declaration similar to structure or an array is not possible, because class members have their associated access specifier private, protected or public. See, in the class data type there are three access specifiers are there: private, protected, public. The class contains three access specifiers: private, protected, public. But there is no such access specifier in array and structure. And then we studied about the difference between structure and class. The class data members are by default private. The class members are private by default, but the structure members are public by default. The class members are private by default. The structure members are public by default. So you cannot initialize the class object at the time of declaration. The class object cannot be initialized. Declaration is possible, but initialization is not possible at the time of declaration. So therefore, classes include a special member function called constructor. Therefore, classes include the special member function called constructor. The constructor function initializes the class object. The constructor function initializes the class object. Can you understand, students? So, I hope you might have understood this video. So, what is mean by constructor? Constructor is a special member function. Using the constructor member function only, we can initialize the class object. We can initialize the class object. The class object cannot be initialized like an array or structure. The class object cannot be initialized like an array or structure. Through the constructor, we can initialize the class object. So I hope you might have understood this video. So let's end the class. So thank you, students.